Hey everybody, I am back today with another new layout for Wild Whisper. I'm going to be working on my last scrapbook layout from my vacation in October. So I've been using the In Nature collection to scrapbook the photos of the former gardens at Montpelier, and I have done 3 layouts so far with this collection and these photographs, and now I'm going to work on the last one. So I'm showing you some of the products I'm planning on working on. There's my photos. I just received the new Cozy Nights collection from Wild Whisper, so if you want to see me kind of get started and start playing with that, I will be live on the Wild Whisper Facebook group this coming Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern. So for today's layout, we are going to do some stamping. I have my ginormous Misty out. That's what I call it. And I have a collection of inks from Catherine Pooler. I have pink ink, which is cotton candy. So the ink colors I will be stamping with are cotton candy, eucalyptus, spruce, and sauna. Those were the colors that best matched this collection. I used this dragonfly stamp on another one of my layouts for this section of our trip, so I wanted to incorporate it again, and I'm actually using a page design that's a little bit similar, not the same, but a little similar to one that I did before, and that will just keep everything consistent through this section of my travel album. Instead of using the door to my memory Misty, I am doing some free range stamping. That the Misty is still helping me to get really good, crisp, clean impressions because of the matte that is in the Misty, that is the foam that's in the Misty and holding. It gives a little bit of give, and you still get really way better impressions than if I was just stamping on my mat. So I am stamping Dragonfly 3 of each color, and some of my dragonflies are going off the edge of the page here, and I'm putting them all, I'm kind of making them so that it looks like they're flying up. That was kind of my idea, and I'm trying to make it so they're not all facing the same way. So my camera's pulled in a little bit closer than I usually have it. Off to the side there, I have some black aqua pigment from Brutus Monroe, and I am going to grab a fan brush, and I'm going to do some black splatters over my stamping, and this will give it that kind of messy look. So here I have the fan brush, and I'm just tap, tap, tap. There is a lot of black in the collection, little pops of black, so I thought some black splatter across this bottom would add a little bit of interest and kind of pull in all the colors that appear in my papers. And now I am switching Misties. I'm going from my memory Misty to my original Misty, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp a dragonfly in each of the colors. So I'm going to stamp one dragonfly in pink, one in the eucalyptus, one in the spruce, and one in the sauna. And then I'm going to fussy cut those out to have some extra embellishments for my finished scrapbook page. So I'm going to go through the card pack and some of the cut apart sheets in the paper so that I can fussy cut a couple of elements to create some embellishments on my page. And I'm also going to use a 3x4 card as the title of my scrapbook page today. So once I kind of go through here, I want to fussy cut that butterfly. I have a couple things that I have chosen. So I'm going to go through, I'm going to fussy cut all of these different pieces. That little camera, I'm going to fussy cut the camera. And then we will get to putting this layout all together. In addition to fussy cutting those extra dragonflies, I added some black Nouveau drops to their little wings or little bodies for a little bit of an accent piece. So I'm going to start with this floral paper. Actually, it looks like I'm going to start by trimming the white border off of my picture. And now I'm going to go ahead and cut this floral paper. So I just cut this in half at 6 by 12. I'm going to use this top piece. Now, I think that the flowers in the background of this pattern paper are absolutely gorgeous. But one of the things I'm just not enjoying in this collection are the bugs. I don't know. The dragonflies, I love those. Butterflies, I love them, but I don't know, the big bugs in this collection. I don't think it has anything to do with these specific bugs. I just don't really like bugs at all. So I'm going to cover that bug up. That orange bug is going to go bye-bye. So I have the floral paper, and then I have this green wing paper. Now, at some point coming up here in a minute or two, my son Morgan brought me a cup of coffee, and he just plopped it down on my desk right there by all of those fussy cut elements. I'm not sure if it got on the camera or not, but he literally said, I got that, that is now in your video, so you need to put it in your video and keep it there. So if you see a random cup of coffee just show up and me kind of like practically jump a mile high, because I wasn't expecting him to make me a cup of coffee or put it down there on the desk. And I certainly wasn't expecting him to, just plop it down there. Man, I thought those embellishments were toast when he did that. I'm not sure it made it into the video or not, but if it did, just so you know, when the cup of coffee plops down and you're like, I was the same way. I was like, what? Where? Why? I have a whole desk. Why did we put the coffee there? I am adhering down my pattern paper with Nouveau Deluxe adhesive. So I'm using that floral paper, and then I'm also using that wing paper as a spot, I guess a border or an edge, so it kind of looked finished. Now I'm going to play with all these pieces that I fussy cut. I have a bunch of different elements. Most of them are big. Those two butterflies aren't that big, but I'm going to move them around. I'm going to move the photo around. I'm just playing with options. I had two kind of ideas. The first thing that I really was insistent upon was that we cover up the bug. The second thing I was really insistent upon was that I wanted something in the bottom left part of my page, and then I kind of wanted the photo up in the top right. So I'm going to move all of these around and kind of figure out where I want them. And it did take me a little bit. I did a lot of fidgeting. And what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to put the large butterfly up at the large butterfly at the bottom. I'm going to put my title up at the top. And then I'm going to end up putting some of these dragonflies on top of some of the other dragonflies. So because of the way I stamped the dragonflies, they kind of look like they're flying up and underneath the paper. And after I fidget with them for a little bit longer, I'm going to decide that I would much rather have them kind of overlap like that. And then it looks like they're kind of flying up and over top of the paper, not just underneath the paper. Does that make sense? I'm going to take this yellow one and pop it down as well. And I really like how this looks now. Now we're ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take all of these off, and I'm going to adhere them down either with glue or with my tape runner. And then I also added one of the flares from this collection, and I put it where the flash bulb is on the camera, and I think it looks super cute there. So there's the coffee Morgan brought me, and you can see why I kind of cringed a little bit. I'm like, coffee, thank you. That was super kind of you. While simultaneously, please don't drip on my layout. And once I have everything adhered down, I'm going to flip the layout over and just trim off where the butterflies and the dragonflies are off the edge of the page. And that is where we are going to call this layout all done. And now we have another section of my travel album complete, and I'm going to show you all the pages that I created with this collection for this section of my travel album here. So there's that second page I was talking about that I used the dragonflies on, but they're across the top. So that's going to be the part that starts, and then we have 2 pages, and then the one that we did today. And that is going to complete this part of my travel album, which I'm so excited about. Yay! I love how all 4 of these pages turned out. These 3 all have process videos on my channel. The 4th one I did live with some of the other girls in the Wild Whisper design team. Here are all of the close-ups. I love this collection so much. If you haven't grabbed this line yet, I will leave links in the description box and a coupon code that you can use as well. Have a wonderful day. Bye.